Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to...
All right, thank Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And a look here at their go-to guy under center. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. He's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And that's going to be incomplete. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Room here to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. that Perkins carry to start the drive. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you? And the Jags get to him as down he goes. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week. This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Powers through. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So the offense lining up first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. First down, and they'll try to run the option left. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked #1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Well, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And these guys locked into that #1 seed. That's been a foregone conclusion for a while now. The question on everyone's mind, can they finish the regular season a perfect 16-0?
And it all comes back to philosophy of the organization, philosophy of the head coach, and, of course, the locker room itself. What do the players want to do? And I think what most teams would do in this situation is approach it as win every game, but let's be smart about doing it. So that doesn't mean that they're going to go all out if, indeed, they do need to rest a few people.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, Perkins. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. They go with Perkins again. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Second down, Perkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Down, back to Perkins. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
How about the defense not hanging their heads from the previous play where they were beat for a big run, came back on the very next down, and made a play defensively that was to their credit.
The give, Perkins running left. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This is a 26-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And that is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Back to the air on second down. Barnes looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jordan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, Barnes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Now the try here for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best torch, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Looking to throw on second down. Barnes. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Here's Perkins on first down. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
Again, they go to Perkins. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good gain, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Back to throw. Barnes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Plays there on that drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series, so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Second down now after the incompletion. They'll set up to throw. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And just like that, it's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He's got his man on the crossing route. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. A strong running. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team. Maybe
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To throw on second down, Barnes. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Looking to throw, Barnes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he's got room. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over, and we'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. First down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Muscles him off. You call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The drive starts with a run by Perkins. A big play there just before halftime. 74 yards. So all of a sudden with that run, maybe now a chance for points here.
It's a total mind shift, isn't it? Because what you were saying before was, hey, let's just get out of here, get the half over with. Instead, we can get some points now.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you worked on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Bears haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Jaguars have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Jaguars have it on 2nd and 5. They'll go to the ground here, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. About halfway through the second, under duress, and the pass is picked off. Jaguars will take it back for the touchdown. The Jags go up by 11. Bears now on 3rd and 8. Jordan's going to make the catch in traffic, and that goes as a 47-yard touchdown. This cuts the deficit to 4. Now 1st and 10. Offensive line won't be able to hold up here. This will go as a loss of 10. We're set up for a great second half, so let's get you out to it. Here's Brandon Gott.
This is fielded at the goal line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And this is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Off play action. Barnes. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage, to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17.
Let's go!
operating from the gun. Barnes. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. On the give, it's Perkins. Running right through him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. A handoff to Perkins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Back to throw. Barnes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, Barnes. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And absolutely zero surprise that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at the 18. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hansen. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And the Jaguars send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They run with Perkins. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Looking to throw on second down. Barnes. And that'll be incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. To throw on third down. Barnes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jordan. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Let's go! 38!
They'll try right side with Perkins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
On the run, it's Perkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Come on, let's go! 38!
Now Perkins. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
To throw on second down. Barnes. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go!
Looking to throw. Barnes. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Let's go!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. The Jaguars on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction.
Let's go. Green 39.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And you can see it's no race for the top spot. That's been decided. These guys will hope to get through Week 17 in one piece before they host a division round game in 2 weeks' time.
And I think that what they'll do is they'll be very selective about who plays in this game, all right? There's certain guys that maybe are starters, but maybe haven't played as much as other guys during the year. Maybe they still need their timing back. Other guys you're going to put in bubble wrap and put them on the sidelines and tell them we'll see you in 2 weeks. That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They have gone to the fourth quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. And the Browns, they've extended their lead in that ball game. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Back to throw. Barnes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to have a third down. Operating from the gun, Barnes. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 15. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. Now, remember, they had 2 last week in the win. Obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team, and he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
And some room to roam now. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
I know that play went for no yardage, all right, but I like the attempt because the fullback position, whether it's a fullback, a tight end, an H-back, wherever you want in that spot, not known as a primary pass catcher. So sometimes the element of surprise works in your favor. But on that play, give credit to the defensive guys.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Let's go.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And to give this time to the tailback. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Now they try the right side here. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Oh, no, lost the football. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Back to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. He's back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. He'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. They run a draw here on second down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. And on 2nd and 10 now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we